Hello again. I'm Caner. I am with you with another Pilot Talk video series. Guys, today I'm very excited and at the same time very sad. It's gonna be the last Pilot Talk. It's a year-long Pilot Talk video series we are talking about from January till December. I wanted to reflect what I am doing, how am I flying, where I am flying, what I am doing in my layovers, and also I wanted to teach you some little stuff about the aviation. I hope it's going to be very beneficial for those who want to join Emirates as a pilot or for those who really like aviation. And of course, I cannot skip the air geeks as well. So I believe that this video series will be one day watched a lot. Right now, we couldn't get really good statistics about it, but I really wanted to show my lifestyle to those who are really interested in being pilot at Emirates or in general who is interested in aviation. All right, guys, that being said, let's continue with the Pilot Talk December 2022. I had 2 days off at the end of November and I got 4 vacation days at the beginning of December and then 1 day off. So totally I got 7 days off. Initially, we planned to go to Qatar for World Cup. Actually, we bought the tickets as well, but unfortunately it was really expensive to go there. And I said I would watch in front of TV rather than, going there. And I can go to Cape Town for vacation. Because I resigned from Emirates Airlines, I want to finish my vacation days and at the same time my tickets. So I said, okay, I want to go to Cape Town. I went there. That was an amazing vacation for me. I spent 6 days, full 6 days there. That was awesome. All right, let's continue with the first flight of the month. The first flight of the month was off to Kuwait. The first sector was 1 hour 55 minutes and return sector was 1 hour 34 minutes. Kuwait is a very unique place for me. Sometimes the controllers there, they're really kind. Sometimes they're a bit strange, I will put that way. Let me give you an example. When you land, they can give you an instruction like this. Turn left Alpha, then Bravo, then Charlie, then Delta, then Echo. Of course, they are not like this chronological order, but at the same time, it's very difficult to write it down because you're not expecting whole clearance at once. So you need to get used to it. And the surface quality, especially taxiways there, are not the best. Though they're now constructing, I believe, the new terminal there is going to be really good airport. Right now, I am always cautious when I fly to Kuwait. Second flight of the month is to Oslo. Oslo is really nice place, but I wanted to swap this flight with nicer destinations, especially during winter time. Normally everyone wants to go to Oslo because hotel is right in the downtown, so you can explore the city. But I didn't even check the weather. You know what happened? No one accepted my Oslo request and I flew there. And I didn't know what is expecting us there. So I will show you videos. That was the view when we landed. As you can see, everything was covered by snow and you can barely see outside. That's really challenging environment. And I must say that is the worst weather condition in Emirates I have ever been in winter. The first sector was 7 hours 42 minutes and the return sector was 6 hours 49 minutes. Yeah guys, of course, I didn't expect that much snow. When I checked the 80s, which is the weather for destination, it was showing snow, but I didn't expect that much because it was like wet. When I see it, I felt more like contaminated. I was shocked. Anyways, of course, when you land in cold weather with snow and contaminated runway, you have to follow cold weather operation. There are some supplementary procedures in Boeing manuals how you should, perform cold weather operations. Supplementary procedures, they are not done by memory. You can literally refer back, but at the same time, you know what kind of operations you need to have. You need to use anti-icing if the weather is below some certain degrees. You need to make static run-up for departure. These kind of things you can read and do and refer back to supplementary procedures all the time. There are 2 runways in Oslo Airport. They accept all airlines for departure and landing in a single runway because meanwhile they were cleaning the other runway. So when they clean the runway, the other one, they open this runway for operation and they close the previous one for cleaning purposes. That's how they alternate between the runways for cleaning. And guys, that's really awesome, because it has been ages for me that I've never been in that weather, because Dubai weather is always good and you don't expect that cold weather operation. And during winter time, if you avoid from Europe, you don't get this kind of weather. And of course, not each European destinations at winter time they're like this. So guys, that being said, I really enjoyed it. During Turkish airline time, I had lots of weather like this, like the one that I showed in the video, but that was unique for me. It was the first time for me at Emirates Airline. The hotel is in a nice location. Of course, I didn't go out because it was snowing a lot and always slippery for me. I'm not good at walking on the snow and ice. By the way, I previously shared Oslo vlog. You can go and check it there. What did I do? Since I've been in Oslo a couple of times, I know what is there. I just skipped that. I had lots of things to do since I resigned from Emirates. I had to finish my paperwork. I study in the hotel room and for my future assessments, and also I did some paperwork about the resignation process, life in the US, this adaptation. And of course, I don't need to mention about Oslo, right? Oslo is very expensive city. Imagine Dubai is expensive, Oslo even very expensive than the Dubai. So you should be extremely careful if you go to Oslo as a tourist, because you will spend a lot of money. All right, guys, I will close Oslo chapter, but I want to say something. I was at -10 at Oslo. Then I come to Dubai. I had one rest day and one day off, and then next I flew to Mauritius. It is like two sides of the magnet, from extremely cold to extremely warm weather. I was there under snow, freezing, and then next flight I flew to Mauritius with my shorts. I get some sun tanning on the beach. Can you imagine the changes of the climate and everything? I really love this lifestyle at Emirates. I will miss it definitely. I will miss it because it's something very unique for Emirates destination. Most of the airlines, they don't have that much, but you have this variation in the flights regardless of the season. You can always fly one time to summer, one time to winter, because the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they have totally different seasons. So literally one day you can fly north, one day you can fly south from Dubai, and your life has changed 100%. I consider myself very lucky because, Mauritius is normally 380 destination. They increased the frequency by one flight and they decided to put 777 there, so I was able to get this Mauritius flight. Originally, I had Venice flight, but I wanted to swap with Mauritius because I wanted to go there. I really like Mauritius, by the way. If you don't know where is Mauritius, Mauritius is a very small island next to Madagascar, so it's very, touristic play, typical holiday destination. For me, if you ask me, which one do you like most? Maldives, Seychelles, or Mauritius? These three islands are in Indian Oceans, and more or less they have the same concept. I would definitely choose Mauritius in my top place. I've been in 3 of these islands. I spent some time for vacation and for flight, but Mauritius is very special for me because you can do a lot of things in Mauritius. And as I said, I originally had Venice. I was like, I don't want to go Venice, I want to go Mauritius. And I was sending this swap request, and one FO accepted it. I was like, yes. The first sector and the return sector was 6 hours, 35 minutes exact. Really nice coincidence. I like these coincidences because literally you start flying southerly from Dubai, from Muscat, then Yemen, then Mogadishu, then Seychelles, and then Mauritius. Then you arrive there in 6 hours, 30 minutes. And the hotel that we stay was absolutely fantastic. It's a beach resort hotel. It's great destination. I have a shot as a passenger perspective. When we depart, you can see the hotel and location on our right side, so you can see how beautiful the hotel was. It's a really nice holiday resort, so it's like a very good escape point from the reality, at least for a day. I really enjoyed it. After Mauritius flight, I had 2 days off, 1 rest day and 1 standby, and my next flight was off to Dallas. I kept bidding Dallas flight because I had to attend some interviews in the US. I didn't know which day I can go to interview. So for me, Dallas was a very strategical point because it's right in the middle of the US and it's really close. Shoreline to shoreline is like 2.5, 3 hours flight max. So you can reach anywhere, and Dallas layovers are 48 hours. For that reason, I just bet Dallas flight just in case. But guess what? Nothing happened. So I enjoyed Dallas by doing nothing. But yet Dallas is a good destination because there are lots of restaurants around the hotel, walking distance away. I sorted out by my bank problems. I had lots of things to do, to be honest, in the US. So Dallas is a really good match for me because I can complete everything. I even bought some suitcases because since I made a Dallas vlog, I'm not gonna talk a lot about Dallas. You can see from here about Dallas vlog. I will skip this part. And we all know for the Dallas in the return sector, we always fly from the polar route. When you go back to Dubai, you fly a little bit southerly, still very northern part of the North Atlantic tracks, but not like the first sector. Okay, now I will give flight details. The first sector was 16 hours 5 minutes, return sector was 14 hours 24 minutes. I still enjoy Dallas layover and I return back to Dubai. I don't mention all these things, Atlantic crossing and everything, because we already had it. But in Dallas, by the way, the weather was really cold, and literally in the US, because of the cold fronts and lots of stuff has just stopped working. The baggage belts stopped working there too. I couldn't take my suitcase with us. We arrived to Dubai without suitcases and we couldn't get our suitcases for 3-4 days because airport literally shut down, and then thousands of passengers' suitcases stayed there. People unfortunately went to their Christmas and all this kind of vacations without their bags. I really felt sorry for those who couldn't have their suitcases, and I'm also affected because after Dallas I was gonna go to Turkey. I bought some stuff for Turkey for my friends, gifts for their kids, and they had to stay in Dallas because no one delivered the suitcases. And since I didn't have them in Dubai, next day I came to Turkey with my empty hands. That was really bad, but what to do? The weather was really cold, and I can even show you one de-icing video. When we were taxiing out, we stopped, and then you could see all these American Airlines airplanes are de-iced. After Dallas flight, I had 2 days off at Dubai, and then I had India turn, Hyderabad, and I mentioned these Indian turns a lot. The first sector was 3 hours 17 minutes and the return sector was 3 hours 59 minutes. So basically, guys, Indian turns are really copy-paste of each other. You can refer back to previous videos and you can see each details about each Indian turns. Actually, there is nothing to talk anymore. I conclude the month. In December 2022, I flew to Kuwait, Oslo, Mauritius, Dallas, and Hyderabad. That was the 5 flights in December 2022. I really enjoyed my 2022 December month because I went on vacation, I flew to nice destinations. I cannot complain. During this month, I flew 68 hours, 55 minutes. Then I got 11 days off. Then I got 3 rest days and 4 vacation days. And that was a perfect month for me. Unfortunately, that concludes Pilot Talk December 2022. I'm not only concluding the December 2022 video, but also I'm concluding Pilot Talk video series. I hope you like Emirates Pilot Talk video series because I really put a lot of effort without any expectation for you guys to understand how is it like being in Emirates as a first officer in 777 fleet. Actually, you can apply this to yourself as a captain as well. You just change the seat, but the destinations, flight times, hotels, layover times will be exactly the same. I hope you can get maximum benefit out of it because, I really enjoy this video series we spend too much effort on that. Sometimes, I'm not gonna hide, I felt like, is it really worth to record these videos, because each video is being watched by 500, 600 guys. But eventually, I strongly believe that this video series will be famous and popular for those who wants to join Emirates, so they can get an idea. And also, there is no video source in YouTube that you can reach easily about this kind of information. So I believe because of that thing also, it's very unique video, and it's very self-explanatory video series that you can find most of the questions that you have about flying at Emirates. And also, I promise you, I will be coming back with the new video series. I'm planning now to make little question and answer videos about Emirates Airline with 100% objective perspective, and I'm gonna prepare these videos. It's gonna be a very short video series, but now we are concluding this video. I feel very nice because we had put lots of effort on that. Also, I would like to give all the credits behind the camera. She really helped me a lot while recording this video series. She edited really all the videos in a perfect way, and I believe she did a great job. I would like to thank you, Julia, because without you, this video series wouldn't be possible. Thank you so much for everything, all effort that you have shown, and hours of video editing. I really appreciate it. As usual, before going, guys, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe my channel, and hit the bell button to get the notifications. Bye bye.